thank you for coming and listening to me just blubber on about myself, which is really, really nice. I'm just going to go through a little bit about, gone back one, about myself, about my career, about BAE Systems, who I work for, a little bit about STEM, and then if there's any questions at the end, then that's fine. So, what I was like at school. I'll just click through all these. At school, I was quite a confident person. I had a lot of friends, I did a lot of activities, I kept myself busy. I was quite enthusiastic about my friends and things like that, and I liked my math and I loved my science. Not so much on the English and the technology side of things. Very active. I was kind of impatient in the fact that I didn't want to be in school, but I liked being there with all my friends and stuff. And I liked some of my subjects, but not all the other subjects. Hence why I was bored. With regards to talkative, you generally couldn't shut me up, which is why I like doing things like this. That's just the sort of person that I am. I'm quite a bubbly person, and I got in trouble a lot for talking. So, with regards to my qualifications, I finished school with 9 GCSEs A-star to the end. I got 5 A-star to Cs, which is all you need for your advanced apprenticeship. My A-star to Cs were in my maths, English and science, and then my rest are sort of like Ds and a couple of Es. Like I said, I wasn't really into school, but I did enjoy some of the subjects. So I finished school and I didn't really know what I wanted to do really, so I just went to like a careers fair for my local college, and because I'm in the northwest, that's Blackpool the Fire College, and I applied for the BTEC in electrical electronic engineering because I thought it sounded quite cool, and I thought, well, that's all right, it's a bit different from everything else. I completed my BTEC and I came out with a double distinction and a merit. I got quite good scores. I got very good grades, and off the back of that, at 18, I applied for my apprenticeship at BAE Systems. When I was at BAE Systems, I did my ONC in aeronautical engineering, and I came out with a double distinction for grades with that. So after that, I went on to my HNC, and I've done my HND, and I'm currently studying a BEng honours in mechatronics, which is a mechanical and engineering degree combined. And after that, I will be going on to my masters. So with regards to the academia side of things, it was more of a case of how you were taught and how the subjects were put across, rather than I didn't like the subjects. I did enjoy the subjects, it just depends on how they were put across to me, which is what I found at college. I preferred it. It was a more adult learning environment. It wasn't you being spoken to. I didn't enjoy being spoken to at school, whereas at college you're treated a bit more like an equal, and that's what I preferred. It's the learning environment that worked better for me. Oh, that's quite bad. A little picture there. So, after school, like I said, I applied for I went to college for 2 years, thoroughly enjoyed it. The best 2 years of my life, I thought it was fantastic. I did my course there, and then I applied for my apprenticeship. I was quite arrogant that I only applied for 2. I applied for BAE Systems and BNFL, which is now EDF Energy. And I said, didn't want to go to uni, didn't want to do any graduate schemes. I wanted an apprenticeship, and I applied for them 2 companies. I was very fortunate in that I got both of them. So I turned BNFL down and I went to BAE Systems. I knew I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to do the norm, but I also wanted to do something engineering, but I wasn't 100% sure on what sort of field I wanted to go down. So the apprenticeship I applied for was the technical advanced apprenticeship, which covered some of the shop floor style of work, but also some of the officey stuff like your design, your systems, your integration, your test. That was the sort of apprenticeship I went for, and I was fortunate and that's the one I received. I went down that route. Obviously, I work at BAE and I've been there 8 years. I've never looked back, and I can't see myself leaving the company. They're sponsoring me to do everything that I want to do, and they've said they'll openly sponsor me for my masters, which is fantastic. I'll have no debt. They're sponsoring me to do my degree now. Obviously, I am doing a degree, so technically I am a graduate, but I'm not, because I'm an apprentice at heart, and that's what I wanted to do. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I am still there, and I can't do enough to promote apprenticeships, engineering, and my company, because I'm quite biased, but I do actually promote manufacturing engineering as across the board. So, a little bit about my company. We're a global defence company. Oh, nearly fell off. Roughly 85,000 employees that work across there. We're a multinational, multi-corporate company. We cover everything you can ever think of, including engineering, manufacturing, business, media, comms, finance. People associate us and put us in little boxes of this is all we do, when you actually look into the company and look at how we are and how we work, we do literally cover everything, anything you can ever think of within all different areas and just jobs, really. We do a wide range of products and services. Personally, I'm from the military air and information side of things, which is MAI. I'm aircraft based and we're Waterton and Samlesbury. But as you know, we've got branches all over the UK and obviously we are worldwide. So my career path at BAE Systems. I joined my apprentice in September 2006 at the age of 18. There was no age cap on apprenticeships. I could have started at 16. I didn't want to. I went to college. For me personally, it worked out better because being 18, you're a bit more mature. I could drive myself there. I could drive myself home. I knew-ish what I wanted to do, and I thought it was better. But for some people, they go at 16 and they love it, and they come out the time earlier. They're on more money, and they think it's amazing. I personally went at 18. Because I did the advanced apprenticeship, it was 3.5 years long, which meant that I had a year at the training centre at Preston, covering all the wide things that we do in the MAI section. We did a little bit of shop floor, just sampling everything that we had to offer. Then you do 2.5 years out in the business, out on the sites. You have different placements in different areas covering the different things, really. I had a commercial placement, I had a procurement placement, I worked in test, I worked in design, and I worked on the aircraft, and I really, really enjoyed it. As it happens, I came out my time as a test engineer working in the wind tunnel. The wind tunnel facility was fantastic, I loved it. It was just really cool and interesting. It's nice to say I'm a test engineer. I come from a wind tunnel, it's amazing. It's not what I do now, I'm a systems engineer now and I work in the Typhoon cockpit, which is still just as good, but it doesn't sound as cool as a wind test engineer. As it happens, I'm an ex-competitor, so you're walking around the UK skills event as it is now. I competed in London in 2011 for Team UK, in the manufacturing team challenge skill set. In 2013 and 2015, MTC isn't always as big as what some of the other areas are, but we are actually over there. You will see my ugly mug on one of the posters. We did really, really well. We trained in 2008, took us to Calgary in 2009, but unfortunately due to government funding, we didn't compete internationally then. Went back through the cycle, 2010 we competed. We got through, we got into Team UK in 2011, I competed for the country, which is really, really good. And next is I work in life support as a systems engineer for Typhoon. My next slide has got some pictures. So, some of these pictures. Starting with the top right, that's me competing last 2011 at the Excel in London. This is us on the London Eye. We had like little team events and little team gatherings. Now, I'm terrified of heights. I hated it. I went on the London Eye and honestly, I wanted my eyes closed all the way around. So this bottom picture is just me sulking, sat on a bench in the middle of one of the pods on the London Eye. Oh, not a thing. In the centre, that's what we had to design, create and manufacture for my competition. So we had the competition time allowance and we had to design, manufacture and test a mini moto, which is really, really cool. All the electronics, you had to buy everything. You couldn't buy anything apart from the standard electronic components and the tyres. Everything else had to be manufactured. On the competition, we didn't have the plastic fairing like you've got on there. There was just like a metal seat, which was quite uncomfortable for the rider. That's all you were allowed. We also had to make like a rolling road, so you could actually physically test it and you could see how fast it went, the braking capacity, and you just test it as you would test a normal motorbike. That was all part of our competition. Over on the left-hand side in the top, it's just some of us with our flags after the competition, and the bottom is just a day trip that we had round in London. The experience was second to none and it was phenomenal, and if I could repeat it all again, I would without a shadow of a doubt. Unfortunately, I'm now classed as too old to compete, which is quite heartbreaking. But I am always there to support any of the competitors that come through, and I'm very passionate about manufacturing engineering and I'll always support it. So there's a few pictures from 2011. Things I've needed in my career. My career's been quite vast, although I'm quite young. I've competed internationally for my country. I mean, at the age of 25, not many people can say that, and not many people can say that they've done it and they've successfully done it. It's something that they were passionate and enjoyed, unless it was sports related. With mine being in skills, it was just amazing. There are no words to describe how good it was. But during my career, I have had good interacting with a variety of people. I've been over to Australia, I've been over to Paris, I've worked over in Germany. Apart from the competition and apart from my career as it is, working in Germany is phenomenal. The German in engineering are just unbelievable. With regards to the Australians and the French, how they take over the UK skills, how they compete over there is quite different to how we do it. So I have had to interact with quite a few varying people. Adaptable and open-minded, different situations and challenges just relates more to the competition, and also my career. In my college class when I was 16, I was the only girl out of 30 that did electrical electronic engineering. In my degree class now, I'm one of 10. It is quite different, and you do have to be quite open-minded and know that there aren't a lot of females coming through the career path that you've chosen, but why not? What I don't understand is why people don't choose this as a career, and it's why I try and speak like this and promote as much as I can about it. I am passionate and I'm motivated to do a great job. I always try and strive to do the best every day, and I always strive to be better, and it's just the person that I am, and I hope that comes across, and I hope that people pick that up. I am confident in my own abilities. I'm probably a little bit too confident, but then again, why would you not be? I just can't promote everything enough, really. And I am always seeking to learn and develop. Once I've finished my degree, I will be going on to my master's, and I'll become chartered. And I've got my career path already mapped out, although it might not work how I want it to work. In my head, I've already got it mapped out, and I am always willing to develop and learn more. So, my little notes. With regards to STEM, although I've not got a slide and it's quite bad of me, I am a STEM ambassador, which is science, technology, engineering and mathematics, and I'll go to local primary schools, high schools and colleges promoting not only manufacturing and engineering, but women in their careers, that they can have in engineering and manufacturing, because it's not all what you think. You don't have to be on the shop floor, you don't have to wear overalls, you don't have to sit in an office. I've worked all over the country and I've worked all over the world doing different things, and it's not been the same thing every day. It's been quite varied, and I have enjoyed it. And I try and put a slant on STEM with regards more to the engineering and manufacturing point of view, but obviously STEM covers everything. I am a geek. I do like my maths, I do love my engineering, I love my science. English I'm not very good at, but not everyone can be obviously good at everything. If there's one thing that I can instill to anyone that's listening, it's just that you need to be confident in who you are and go down the career path that you think you want to do. Don't follow the crowd, don't do the norm. If what you're interested in is engineering, sod it, go and do it. There's nothing holding you back apart from yourself. So if what you want to do is that, just carry on and do it. That's really it. So I hope you've all enjoyed me just blubbering on. And if anybody has any questions, I'm open to take any questions. Please don't all raise your hands at once, it's fine.
Yeah. Are there?
Notes are everywhere, sorry.
Yeah. So, are there any questions anywhere? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You can shout across, it's all right.
What is the difference between going straight into apprenticeship or going to college?
For me personally, it was more of a personal choice for me. I was at the age of 16, where I lived and where my training centre was, I'd have to rely on somebody to take me there and bring me back every day. It wasn't close, it's about a 45-minute drive. So it was more location than anything. And I didn't feel ready to be classed as an employee. Some people do feel that they can do it and they think, well, sorry, I'm just going to start and apply, which is fine. For me, I wanted to be able to drive, I wanted a bit more independence around it, and I want to be able to make my way there and back, and I wanted to make sure it was the option that I really wanted, because it's 3.5 years, my apprenticeship. Some are 2, some are 3, some are 4. It's just what you want to do, really. You can join at 16. If you want to join, join. Question at the back?
Hello. What qualifications did you have? Can you hear me?
I can just about. What qualifications did I have?
To start your apprenticeship?
I got 5 Bs in maths, English and science. You need A star to Cs, but I got 5 Bs. The rest we don't talk about because they're the important 5. I got the 5 to get in, that was it. So I just got the 5.
So are there any more?
Any more for any more?
Okay then. Well, thank you, Rachel.
Oh, that's alright. Well, thank you, slide. Oh my god.
Nice.